will therefore cover operational activities of the Armed Forces of Nigeria and other security agencies conducted in addressing the various security challenges across the country between the period 12 to 26 January 2023, starting with the North-East Zone. Troops of Operation Hadankai have continued to sustain and dominate their general area of operation. Operational activities were conducted in villages, forests, mountain areas, towns, and cities of Kukawa, Bama, Biu, Damboa, Meduguri, Mafa, Dekwa, Goza, Kanga, Abadam, as well as Mongunu local government areas of Borno State. Operations were also conducted in Madagali local government area of Adamawa State and Gujiba and Gedam and Damaturu local government area of Yobe State. In the northeast region of the country, geared towards denying Boko Haram and Islamic State of West African Province and other criminal elements freedom of action and restore normalcy to the zone. Notably, on 12 January 2023, troops had a meeting engagement with Boko Haram and Islamic State of West African Province terrorists close to their locations in Kwata, Turare, and Azibri village in Kukawa and Damboa local government area of Borno State. During these encounters, troops engaged the terrorists in a firefight and neutralized 5 terrorists while others fled with gunshot injuries. Troops also recovered 3 AK-47 rifles, 2 60mm mortar bombs, 36 rounds of belted 7.62mm NATO, 7 mortar chargers, empty cases of mortar bombs charger, empty cases of RPG chargers, 2 RPG bombs, 1 gun truck, 2 PK machine gun, 2 RPG bombs, 1 QJC gun, 116 rounds of 12.7mm armor-piercing ammunition, and 56 rounds of 7.62mm ringed ammunition, while a Phantom Embra used by the terrorists was destroyed by own fire. Also, troops on 14 January 2023 ambushed Boko Haram and Islamic State of West African Province terrorists close to Zawan village in Goza local government area of Borno State. Following the firefight, troops neutralized 7 terrorists while others fled. Troops recovered 3 AK-47 rifles, 2 fabricated guns, 15 rounds of 7.62mm refilled ammunition, 1 camel bag, 1 duty rifle, and 19 rounds of 7.62mm NATO ammunition. On the same day, troops ambushed Boko Haram and Islamic State of West African Province terrorists along Banki, Bula Yobe, Darak Jarma in Bama local government area and made contact. Following the firefight, troops neutralized 3 terrorists and recovered 2 AK-47 rifles, 15 rounds of 7.62mm refilled ammunition, and 1 camel bag, among other sundry items. Additionally, on 13 January 2023, 2 Boko Haram and Islamic State of West African terrorists surrendered to own troops at Banki Junction in Bama local government area of Borno State with 2 AK-47 rifles, 1 FN rifle, 12 rounds of 7.62mm special, 6 rounds of 7.62mm refilled ammunition, 1 mobile phone, and a sum of 15,000 naira only. Equally, troops raided the Boko Haram and Islamic State of West African Province terrorist enclave at Bulatasum village ahead of Gurusoye in Bama local government area of Borno State and made contact with the terrorists. Troops engaged and neutralized 2 terrorists while 2 motorcycles were recovered and 6 kidnapped victims rescued. Between 20th and 25th January 2023, conducted ambush operations at Lokori, Mainahari village in Mafa and the local government area of Borno State. During the operation, troops neutralized 8 terrorists, apprehended 5 armed headers, 2 suspected vandals, 5 bandits, and 4 terrorist logistics suppliers. During these operations, troops also recovered 2 QJC anti-aircraft guns, 4 AK-47 rifles, 2 AK-47 magazines, 216 rounds of 12.7mm armor-piercing ammunition. Troops also recovered 10 Russell goats, 1 cow, 7 bicycles, 4 motorcycles, 2 vehicles, among other sundry items. Cumulatively, within the week in focus, troops in the Northeast region recovered 12 AK-47 rifles, 2 locally fabricated guns, 1 FN rifle, 1 duty rifle, 3 QJC guns, 2 60mm mortar bombs, 36 rounds of belted 7.62mm NATO ammunition, 7 60mm mortar charges, 4 RPG bombs, 1 Phantom MRAP, 2 PK machine gun, 1 gun truck, 336 rounds of 12.7mm armor-piercing ammunition, 56 rounds of 7.62mm ring ammunition, 21 rounds of 7.62mm refilled ammunition, 19 rounds of 7.62mm NATO, 48 rounds of 7.62mm special, 14 AK-47 magazine, 2 vehicles, 9 bicycles, 4 motorcycles, and the sum of 15,000 naira only, among other sundry items. Troops equally neutralized 42 terrorists, arrested 5 terrorists and 9 terrorist logistics suppliers, as well as arrested 5 suspected vandals, 5 bandits, as well as 5 armed headers. Troops also rescued 6 abducted civilians, while a total of 267 Boko Haram and Islamic State terrorists and members of their family, comprising of 22 adult females, 128 adult females, 22 adult males, 128 adult females, and 117 children surrendered to troops at different locations in the Northeast Theater of Operations. All recovered items, apprehended criminals, rescued civilians were handed over to the appropriate authorities for further action, while captured terrorists and surrendered Boko Haram terrorists and Islamic State of West African Province, as well as members of their families, are being profiled for further action. Furthermore, the air component of Operation Hadenkai conducted a series of air interdiction operations at terrorist hideouts, enclaves, and camps. Notably, on 14th and 21st January 2023, several air interdiction operations were conducted at Dogonchukwu in the fringes of the northern Tumbus, Arena Kaza in southern Tumbus of the Lake Chad, and Chikide in the Mandara Mountains area, as well as Gezawa areas in Borno State. The battle damage assessment revealed that several terrorists were neutralized with their structures and logistic supplies destroyed in the airstrike. Now to the North Central Zone. Troops of Operation Safe Haven, as well as other troops deployed in the North Central Zone, conducted operational activities in villages in Panshin, Bokos, Mangu, and Lantan North local government area of Plateau State, as well as Idu, Chikara in Kogi State, and Gurara local government area of Niger State. Notably, on 13 January 2023, based on credible intelligence, troops embarked on stop and search mission and arrested 2 gunrunners in Sabonlai village in Lantan North local government area of Plateau State. Troops recovered 5 AK-47 rifles with magazines, 1 RPG tube, 4 RPG bombs, 4 RPG-7 chargers, 1 Beretta pistol, and 2 cell phones. Equally, on 12 January 2023, troops of Guard Brigade with Civilian Joint Task Force conducted fighting patrol at bandit hideout in Idu Chikara in Kogi and made contact with the criminals. Troops engaged the criminals and neutralized 2 and recovered 1 RPG tube, as well as rescued 30 kidnapped civilians. On the same day, Troops responded to information on the meeting engagement between local vigilantes and bandits around the adjoining forest near Daga and Izam village in Gurara local government area of Niger State. The bandits fled before troops arrived. Troops with the vigilante exploited the areas and arrested 11 suspected bandits, as well as recovered one AK-47 rifle. Equally, on 22nd January 2023, based on credible information, troops raided criminal hideouts in Unjo and Woka village in Logo and Guma local government area of Benue State and made contact with terrorists. Following the fierce firefight, 3 terrorists were neutralized. Troops also recovered 8 den guns, 2 AK-47 rifles, 1 pistol, 3 rounds of 9mm ammunition, 112 rounds of 7.62mm special, 20 rounds of 5.56mm ammunition, 1 drill rifle, 1 magazine, 3 ATM card, and a sum of 69,000 naira only. Troops also arrested 5 terrorists as well as rescued 8 civilians. Consequently, within a week in view, troops in the North Central Zone neutralized 7 terrorists, arrested 2 suspected gun runners, and Consequently, within a week in view, troops of the North Central Zone neutralized 7 terrorists, arrested 2 suspected gun runners, and 19 terrorists, as well as rescued 36 kidnapped victims. Troops also recovered 8 AK-47 rifles, 2 RPG tubes, 4 RPG-7 bombs, 4 RPG-7 chargers, and 2 pistols, as well as 8 den guns, 3 rounds of 9mm ammunition, 112 rounds of 7.62mm special, and 20 rounds of 5.56 ammunition among with other items. Now to the Northwest Zone. Troops of Operation Hadar Daji in the Northwest Zone of the country have continued to sustain offensive operation on terrorist enclaves, camps, and hideouts within the zone. Precisely on 12 January 2023, troops went on fighting patrol to terrorist enclaves at Lamba village in Maruru local government area and Kangaras forest in Gusau local government area of Zamfara state. Troops intercepted terrorists while en route to their camps and neutralized 5 terrorists. Troops exploited the general area and recovered 5 AK-47 rifles, 60 rounds of 7.62mm special, 4 magazines loaded with 33 rounds of 7.62mm special, 4 motorcycles and 4 motorcycles. Equally, on 17 January 2023, troops deployed at Danali in Damusa local government area of Katsina State made contact with terrorists. Following the encounter, 2 terrorists were neutralized, while 2 AK-47 rifle with magazines loaded with 7 rounds of 7.62mm special was recovered, as well as 3 motorcycles. Also, on 18 January 2023, troops conducted clearance operations at Malakachi, Mukaha, Awala, Kaburu, and Dunya village in Dan Wasabu and Moran village in Damusa local government area of Kebbi, Zamfara, and Katsina state, respectively. Troops encounter and engage terrorists with deliberate fire at their various enclaves and neutralize 8 terrorists and destroy several bandits' enclaves, as well as 4 vehicles and 9 motorcycles. Troops also recovered 4 AK-47 rifles, 2 AK-47 magazines, 1 submachine gun, 2 Bafeng radios, 33 rounds of 7.62mm special, 2 laptops, and 10 mobile phones, among other sundry items. Also, on 22nd and 25th January 2023, troops responded to terrorist attack on locals and motorists at Pandegu and at Dangeru and Dangezo village in Batsari local government area of Katsina state, and Road Ngwada Minor in Brenin Gwari local government area of Kaduna state. Following the firefight that ensued during the encounter, troops neutralized 4 terrorists, recovered 3 AK-47 rifles, 50 rounds of 7.62mm special, 2 AK-47 rifle magazines, 1 Boafeng HH radio, and 1 motorcycle, as well as rescued 15 kidnapped victims. Also, troops responded to a distress call on 23rd January 2023 of bandits' attack at Komaro village in Salimi local government area of Sokoto State. Following the fierce firefight, troops neutralized 4 terrorists and recovered and rescued 2 kidnapped victims. Troops exploited general area and recovered 3 AK-47 rifles, 7 rounds of 7.62mm special, 1 pump action gun, 1 Boafeng radio, 1 mine, and 11 motorcycles. Cumulatively, within a week in view, troops in the Northeast Zone recovered 18 AK-47 rifles, 1 submachine gun, 126 rounds of 7.62mm special, 6 magazines, 13 motorcycles, 2 Boafeng radios, and 2 laptops. Troops equally neutralized 22 terrorists and arrested 4 and rescued 26 civilians. All recovered items, apprehended suspects, and rescued civilians have been handed over to appropriate authorities for further action. Equally, the air component of Operation Hadar Daji conducted a series of intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance missions, as well as air interdiction operations at terrorist enclaves in Sokoto. Notably, on 16 January 2023, a well-planned and coordinated air interdiction operation was carried out at identified terrorist enclave at Rana Forest in Raba local government area of Sokoto State. After the airstrike, feedback by troops revealed that 20 terrorists were neutralized, while 17 motorcycles and several Boafeng radios were burnt in the airstrike. Now to the South-South Zone. Troops of the Joint Task Force Operation Delta Safe in the South-South Zone of the country have continued the war against theft, oil theft, and illegal refinery and other criminal activities in the Niger Delta region through aggressive and increased tempo in raid and clearance operations, as well as patrol, among other activities. Accordingly, the land, maritime, and air component of Operation Delta Safe in the conducted operational activities at the creeks, waterways, highways, towns, cities of Bayelsa, Delta, and Rivers State to checkmate the activities of criminal elements and deny them freedom of action. Consequently, troops of Operation Delta Safe in the conduct of Operation Octopus Grip and other operations discovered and destroyed several illegal refinery sites, equipments, and petroleum products, as well as apprehended some suspected criminals. Notably, on 12 January 2023, troops responded to a distress call from local vigilantes on suspected cultists with weapons at Bado in Gokana local government area of Rivers State. However, on sighting troops, the suspects fled. Troops exploited the area and recovered 1 AK-47 rifle, 1 duty rifle, 12 rounds of 7.62mm special, and 17 rounds of 7.62mm NATO, as well as 2 extra AK-47 magazines. Equally, on 20th January 2023, troops in conjunction with the Nigerian police personnel conducted cordon and search operation on a suspected armed robber hideout in the Sama community in Bomali local government area of Delta State and made contact with the criminals. Following the fierce firefight, troops arrested 8 suspected armed robbers, recovered 1 AK-47 rifle, 4 locally made den gun, 22 rounds of 7.62mm special, 16 rounds of 7.62mm NATO, 38 cartridges, various improvised explosive device materials, 3 cutlasses, 1 dagger, 1 hammer, 3 magazines, as well as other sundry items. Cumulatively, within a week in focus, troops discovered and destroyed 39 illegal refinery sites, 48 cooking ovens, 103 storage tanks, 27 dugout pits, and 33 wooden boats. Troops also recovered 1 tugboat, 1 barge, 3 pumping machines, 3 speeding boats, and 33 vehicles. Additionally, Troops recovered 247 liters of crude oil, 71 liters of automotive gas oil, 15 AK-47 rifles, while 40 suspected economic saboteurs were arrested. All recovered items and apprehended suspects have been handed over to appropriate authorities for further action. It is worthwhile to mention that the sum of 125,333,460 naira only were denied oil thefts during the week under review. Equally, the air component of Operation Delta Safe conducted air interdiction operations at several illegal refining sites and creeks in Gokari, Denga, and Okrika local government areas, both in Rivers State, between 12th to 24th January 2023. Group observed that the sites were active with oil thefts and makeshift tents sited, as well as illegal refining activities being carried out. The targets were engaged with weapons, and the locations were observed to have exploded in an inferno, while the illegal refining equipment were all destroyed. Now to the southwest zone of the country. To the southeast zone of the country. Troops and other security agents have sustained offensive operation against the activities of the outlawed indigenous people of Biafra and Eastern Security Network criminals in the southeast zone of the country. In furtherance to this, troops conducted operational activities in villages, forests, towns, and cities of Abia, Anambra, Ebonyi, Enugu, and Imo states, geared towards restoring peace and normalcy to the region. Notably, on 15th January 2023, following credible intelligence, troops raided suspected criminal hideout at Ungwaba town in Oji River local government area in Enugu state and Umbosi village in Hiyala local government area of Anambra state, and arrested 10 suspected indigenous people of Biafra and Eastern Security Network criminal members, including a high-profile sponsor of the sect. Troops recovered 2 pump-action rifles, 25 rounds of 9mm ammunition, 4 cutlasses, 1 axe, 1 vehicle, 5 mobile phones, substance suspected to be cannabis sativa, and a sum of 16,000 naira only. Additionally, on 17 January 2023, troops had a meeting engagement with indigenous people of Biafra and Eastern Security Network criminals close to their checkpoint along Oruzugwawe Kungwa in Inhiala local government area of Anambra state. The criminals fled with gunshot wounds. Troops, however, exploited the general area and recovered 4 improvised explosive devices, 1 vehicle, 4 locally made explosive pipe, 8 cartridges, 1 locally made grenade, and 1 single barrel gun. Equally, on 23rd January 2023, troops in conjunction with the Nigerian police personnel conducted fighting patrols at the indigenous people of Biafra and Eastern Security Network camp and at Uha and Amapupo village in Oguta local government area of Imo state, but no contact was made. Troops, however, conducted a cordon and search of the camp and recovered 7 pump-action guns, 2 AK-47 rifles, 33 rounds of 7.62mm special, 1 double-barrel gun, 4 locally made hand grenades, 17 live cartridges. Other items have 9 motorcycles, 7 vehicles, 9 mobile phones, and 27 wraps of suspects suspected to be cannabis sativa. Consequently, within the week in view, troops recovered 2 AK-47 rifles, 9 pump-action rifles, 1 double-barrel gun, 33 rounds of 7.62mm special, 4 locally made hand grenades, 7 live cartridges, 7 explosive devices, 4 locally made explosive pipes, 8 cartridges, 1 locally made grenade, 1 double-barrel gun, 25 rounds of 9mm ammunition, 4 cutlasses, 1 axe, 1 vehicle, 5 mobile phones, and a sum of 16,000 naira only. Troops equally neutralized 9 terrorists, arrested 24, and rescued 16 civilians. All recovered items, apprehended suspects, and rescued civilians have been handed over to appropriate authorities for further action. It's important to note that the southwest area of the country has been stable to a relative extent, and there's nothing much of significance to report there. On a final note, I wish to once again convey the Military High Command commendation on troops' efforts in the various theater of operation across the length and breadth of the nation. The media community is also acknowledged for their untiring partnership and continued cooperation with the military and other security agents in our quest to restore peace and security to our dear country. Also, the entire populace is hereby appreciated for their support given to the armed forces of Nigeria and other security agencies in the conduct of our various operations across the length and breadth of the country, while also urging them to continue to provide prompt and credible information in the activities of terrorists and other criminal elements in their respective area. Thank you all for your attention, and God bless you all. Now for the general elections, as usual, it has been said categorically, particularly by the CDS, the armed forces of Nigeria will continue to remain apolitical in the conduct of the elections. And professionally speaking, the police is the lead agency as far as election matters is concerned in Nigeria. They are the ones who have the mandate. We and the armed forces of Nigeria and other security agencies will continue to play a supportive role to them. We are on standby. The code of conduct for the elections and the rule of engagement has been distributed to our troops. And we can assure you that any unwanted acts during the election will be dealt with decisively. There's no question about that. We have all our witness to the previous elections. We have seen how incidences, how tensions have raised up, and the election came and went. There was nothing that happened. And I can assure you that there will be no difference between this election that is coming. So let us continue to pray and be positive about activities of this country. This country belongs to each and every one of us here. So let us be positive that nothing is going to happen, and I can assure you nothing is going to happen. Now to the other question on Niger State and Nasarawa State. Well, we're not going to talk much on this issue. Like I said earlier on, operations are being carried out across the length and breadth of this nation. It's not only in Nasarawa State, Niger State, or Benue State that are conducting operation. So we're not going to dwell more on these incidences or whatever is being reported in the press. But what I can tell you, like I've been telling you before, the armed forces of Nigeria, we are very professional about the way we are carrying out our counter-insurgency operations across the country. Our code of conduct is clear, the rules of engagement is clear, and our targeting procedures are clear. The majority of our operations are intelligence-driven. And all this, our code of conduct, targeting procedures and rules of engagement are in tandem with international best practices. And I can assure you, we will continue to conduct operations in line with these procedures, regardless of whatever people are saying. Now, particularly for Nasarawa and Benue, the governor has come out critically and made a press statement. We're not going to go contrary to what he has said. He has said it, so for now, let us leave it at what it is now. If there are going to be subsequent issues on that issue that are going to be announced or given to you, you will definitely hear from us. Thank you very much. We go to my right-hand side. When we arrest such people, you cannot give out their name because investigation is ongoing. If you give out their name, the tendency is that those who are associated with them might likely take off, and you have already jeopardized the course of the investigation. So for intelligence reasons, we will not disclose the names of such persons. And it will continue to remain. That is our standing operational procedure, and it will continue to remain like that. Now for the issue of operations in the southeast. Operations are already going on in the southeast. and new operations are being rejuvenated to be conducted in the southeast. Like I told you, it's not just kinetic operations that are going out in the southeast. There are equally non-kinetic operations that are going out in the southeast. I can assure you that during the last election, what is happening now was the same thing that happened in the southeast. An election went on in the southeast region. Nothing happened. The same thing is going to happen during this 2003 election. We cannot rule out there are not going to be one or two incidences. That we cannot rule out down. But election is going to happen in the southeast region, like any other region in the country. On the last other question on Nasarawa and Nasarawa and Benue State, like I said, we're not going to dwell on that issue for now. We'll leave it the way it is, just like the way the governors of Benue and Nasarawa State have made their press release. We are not going to join issues. Like I said, we're not going to join issues with anybody on that. The chief executive officers of those states have spoken on the issue, and we will leave it as such. Whatever is the outcome of it as it comes, as things continue to unfold during the course of the week, you will get to know.